Jessie, and today we are here to talk about my February TBR. As you probably know, if you have been around here, my TBR is more like a, I kind of want to read these this month, and not like a real strict, this is what we're reading. Because I'm a mood reader, and that's okay. I sometimes, all the time, divert from my original plan when it comes to reading. I pick out these books and I'm like, yo, these sound really good. I really want to get to these. And then like other stuff catches my attention and I end up reading that. And someone's like, hey, I'm reading this. Do you want to read it with me? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I got it. So that's kind of what happens. And ooh, squirrel. So like that's my brain right now. But you know what? These are the books that at this point in time, I plan on getting to probably in the month of February. First, we're going to talk about our shelf space official read for the month of February, and that is Black Sun. I'm super excited to get to this. This was a Christmas gift from a shelf space member, and I'm just so ready to get to this. I've heard so many good things about this book, but I don't even really know what it's about other than it's like, I think a prophecy story, which I love a good prophecy. So we'll see. I have heard so many people rave about this book. So many people love it. And the fact that it's our shelf space, like official pick makes me really, really, really thrilled to get to it because it just sounds so good, right? The next book that I plan to get to is actually another shelf space read, but it is actually one from our sister server, which is the Shelf Published In, where we are doing buddy reads for self-published books every single month. And the one that we have picked for the month of February is Wildcat. And y'all, isn't this cover stunning? Like, it is so, so pretty. And it's available on Kindle Unlimited, which is where I will be reading it. So yay, gotta love Kindle Unlimited because they have some really great options for self-published authors. And I'm excited to get to it. Again, I don't really know what this book is about other than the cover is super pretty and it's fantasy. And I mean, I go in pretty blind, but this one I'm going in real blind. Like, I haven't heard anyone talk about it. I haven't heard any reviews, but it just looks so good. And I'm excited to read it and hype up another self-published author. My final buddy read for the month that I'm going to be doing is Red Rising, and I am doing this along with Alan from the Library of Alexandria for his Feb Rising read along that he is doing over on his Knights of Alexandria Discord. We are going to be reading, I think, a book a month from this series, and I'm really excited. This is a fantasy. I'm not sure. It's more sci-fi, I think. But it is set like on Mars, and we have colonized Mars, and there's different groups of people. And the Reds, I guess, are the low class, and this one guy tries to infiltrate the upper class, I think, which that sounds cool. I've had some friends love this. I've had some friends hate this, so I'm curious to see where I stand on it. I'm also going to try to get to another book off of my 5-star predictions list, and this month the book that I chose is Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. It looks pretty short, so hopefully I can read it quickly because I really want to get to this. But I have a bunch of other things I also want to get to, so hopefully this one speaks to me and I actually get to it because I want to read all my 5-star books. I know in this book we are following this young boy who is the bastard heir to the throne, and he's basically just like given up, and he goes to train to be an assassin's apprentice. I think there's talking animals in this too, and animal companions and animal magic, and I'm really here for that. I've heard this book is heartbreaking and the whole series is heartbreaking, but everybody seems to really enjoy it, so I'm excited to get to it and get my heart broken. So those are all the books that I am like really wanting to get to that I own. The other books that I want to get to this month are Netgalley ARCs, and I have 4 of them that are coming out within the next like 1 to 2 months. Most of these I think release in March. And like I said, I have 4 of them to get to. The first one is the Bone Maker, and this is, I believe, a standalone adult fantasy where we follow this group of 5 who were like the chosen ones, and then shit went wrong and I think they saved the world, but one of their members dies. And now it's like 25 years later and they kind of have to do it all over again. I know there is like bone magic and like death magic, so I'm really excited for this one. The next one that I have to get to is Lost in the Neverwoods, and I believe this is like a Peter Pan retelling, and I'm very, very excited to get to it. I don't know too terribly much about this story except for that it's like a Peter Pan retelling, so what else do I need to know? I also have to get to Downworld, which I believe this was like a Wattpad book that is being published as like a regular book now, or I know it's published by I think like Wattpad Inc., so I don't know if it was originally a Wattpad book. I don't know, it sounds really cool. It's like a YA book where there's like doors to other dimensions and you can see like how one choice would have changed the entirety of the course of your life. And I'm pretty sure like we're investigating a murder in a high school. So that's all I really know. Is it's kind of like sci-fi-ish, interdimensional. Sounds kind of good, right? Like I'm excited. It sounds cool. And the final one I have to get to is the Unbroken. This is I believe a dual perspective where we follow a war orphan who is like forced to be a soldier and the niece to a king that wants to overthrow a brutal, violent regime. And I think they have to like kind of like meet and end up working together. It sounds so good. It was one of my most anticipated releases, so I'm really excited to have an arc of it. So hopefully I get to all 4 of my arcs before their release dates, because I'm really bad about getting to my arcs before their actual release dates. I've been trying though. I was pretty close in January of getting to all of my arcs before their release dates. I think there's just like one that I made it like right under the release date, but still got my review. All right, hopefully you enjoyed this. Let me know if you want to join in on any of the buddy reads or what you think of the books that I'm gonna be reading. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. My name is Jessie and I will talk to you next time. Bye.